Welcome to part 2. For the next 5 modules, we'll be looking at how attacks actually work. And we're starting with the most important one. Phishing is the most commonly reported cyber incident across Europe. Not because people are careless, but because phishing is specifically engineered to bypass the mental shortcuts we all use to navigate the world quickly. This module is the longest one in the course, and deliberately so, it includes a live phishing email read out and annotated in real time. It breaks down exactly which psychological triggers are being used against you, and it ends with 3 words that are worth remembering for the rest of your life. Stop, check, and report. Breaking into a computer system by finding and exploiting a technical vulnerability is difficult, time-consuming, and increasingly hard as security tools improve. Tricking a human into opening a door is often much easier. This is the fundamental insight behind phishing and social engineering. The most reliable attack surface is not the firewall, the software, or the network. It is the person using them. People want to be helpful. People respond to urgency. People trust authority. People make mistakes when they are busy, tired, or distracted. Attackers have understood this for decades and built an entire industry around exploiting it. Phishing is not a niche technical attack. It is the most commonly reported cyber incident type across Europe, year after year. It is how most ransomware gets deployed. It is how most corporate data breaches begin. It is the attack you are statistically most likely to face. Understanding exactly how it works and being able to spot it is one of the most practically valuable things this course can give you. A phishing attack has a simple structure. The attacker sends a message, most commonly an email, that appears to come from a trusted source. The message creates a reason for the recipient to take an action. Click a link, open an attachment, enter credentials, or transfer money. That action either installs malware, steals login details, or initiates a fraudulent transaction. The word phishing is a deliberate misspelling of phishing, and the analogy is accurate. The attacker casts a message into a large body of people and waits for someone to bite. In a mass phishing campaign, the email goes to thousands or millions of recipients. Even if only 0.5% of recipients fall for it, that is thousands of successful attacks from a single campaign. Standard phishing is mass distribution and relatively generic. Spear phishing is targeted. The attacker researches a specific individual using LinkedIn, the company website, social media, and previous data breaches, and crafts a message tailored to that person. It might reference their actual manager by name. Mention a real project they are working on. Appear to come from a supplier they actually use. Spear phishing is far more convincing and far more dangerous. It is how corporate espionage begins. It is how high-value financial fraud is executed. And because it looks so credible, even careful, security-aware people get caught. At the extreme end, whaling. Spear phishing aimed at senior leaders, CEOs, CFOs, board members. A CFO who transfers money based on a convincing fake email from the CEO can lose hundreds of thousands of euros in a single transaction. This type of fraud, business email compromise, has cost organizations worldwide billions of euros in total losses. Phishing does not succeed because the victims are foolish. It succeeds because it is engineered to bypass the mental shortcuts all human beings use to navigate the world quickly. Authority. We are conditioned to comply with requests from authority figures. An email appearing to come from the CEO, from a tax authority, from a regulator, or from the police creates an instinct to comply without questioning. Attackers impersonate exactly these figures. Urgency. When we believe we must act immediately, we stop reasoning carefully. Your account will be suspended in 2 hours is designed to prevent you from taking the time to check whether the email is genuine. Urgency is the attacker's most powerful tool. Fear. Your card has been used for a suspicious transaction. Legal action will be taken if you do not respond. Fear activates the threat response, which again prioritizes speed over careful thought. Familiarity. An email that looks exactly like a previous genuine email from your bank, or a message that mentions your colleague's name, reduces your natural suspicion. Familiarity signals safety. Attackers replicate that familiarity meticulously. Social proof. Seeing that other users have already updated their details, or being told this is required by all employees, creates the impression that compliance is normal and expected. Non-compliance feels like the outlier behavior. One important observation about urgency specifically: real organizations almost never demand immediate action under threat of severe consequences via an unsolicited email. Your bank will not close your account in 2 hours if you don't click a link. A tax authority will not issue a warrant if you don't call back within the hour. When a message creates that kind of pressure, the pressure itself is the red flag. No checklist catches every phishing attempt. Attackers constantly evolve their methods. But these red flags appear in a very high proportion of attacks. Developing the habit of checking for them takes seconds and catches most attempts. Urgency and pressure. Your account will be suspended in 24 hours. Act now. Last chance. Panic overrides careful thinking. The less time you feel you have, the less likely you are to stop and question. Mismatched sender. An email from Amazon support arrives from amaz0n-billing@gmail.com. The display name looks fine, but the actual address does not. Most email clients show the display name by default. Many people never check the underlying address. Suspicious or disguised links. This is where the domain check matters most. The real domain in a URL is always the part immediately before the first single slash. In an email address, it is the part after the @ symbol. PayPal.com, legitimate PayPal domain. PayPal.com.verify-account.net. The real domain is verify-account.net, not PayPal. Microsoft-login.security-alert.ru. The real domain is security-alert.ru, not Microsoft. Support@amazon.billing-debt.com. The real domain is billing-debt.com, not Amazon. Practice this check until it is automatic. It takes 2 seconds and cuts through even sophisticated phishing. Requests for sensitive information. Legitimate services never ask for your password by email. Ever. If they do, it is a scam. Generic greetings, dear customer. Hello user. Real companies know your name. Generic greetings often indicate a mass-sent attack. Grammar and formatting errors, inconsistent fonts, spelling mistakes, awkward phrasing, mismatched logos. Less reliable than it once was. AI has improved attacker writing quality, but still a useful signal when present. Unexpected attachments, an invoice you didn't request, a delivery notice with a PDF, a shared document you weren't expecting. If you weren't expecting it, verify before opening. Phishing via email is the most common form, but social engineering takes many forms. Knowing the variants makes you harder to deceive, regardless of which channel the attacker chooses. Pretexting. The attacker creates a believable fictional scenario to extract information. A caller claims to be from IT support and needs your login to fix a critical issue with your account. Counter it. Verify identities independently. Call the real IT number, not the one they give you. Impersonation. The attacker pretends to be someone you trust, a colleague, a supplier, your bank. An email appears to be from your CEO asking for an urgent wire transfer while they are traveling. Counter it. For unusual financial requests, always verify by phone using a number you already have, not one in the message. Baiting. The attacker leaves something enticing for you to interact with. A USB drive labeled Salary Information Q4 Confidential. left in a company car park or reception area. Counter it. Never plug in a USB device you found or were given unexpectedly. Report it to IT instead. Quid pro quo. The attacker offers something in return for information or access. I can fix your slow computer, just give me remote access for 10 minutes. Counter it. Unsolicited offers of help, especially involving system access, are almost always suspicious. Vishing, voice phishing, over the phone. A caller claims to be from your bank's fraud team, creates urgency about a suspicious transaction, and asks you to confirm your card number to cancel it. Counter it. Banks never ask for your full card number, PIN, or password by phone. Hang up and call back on the official number. Smishing, phishing via text message. Your parcel could not be delivered. Pay €1.99 to reschedule. Especially common around holiday periods. Counter it. Delivery companies do not charge card fees via SMS link. Go directly to the courier's official website. The right response to a suspicious message is always the same 3 steps. Doing them in this order matters. Stop. Do not click. Do not reply. Do not download the attachment. The moment you feel urgency or pressure from a message, treat that feeling as a warning sign, not a prompt to act. Pause. Take a breath. The few seconds this takes costs you nothing. If the message is genuine, it costs you everything. If it is not. Check. Verify the message through a separate, trusted channel. If the email claims to be from your bank, call the number on the back of your bank card, not any number in the email. If it appears to be from a colleague, send them a separate message or call them directly. If it claims to be from a company, go directly to that company's official website by typing the address yourself. Do not follow the link in the message. Check the sender's actual email address. Hover over any links to see where they actually lead. Apply the domain check. Report. If you believe a message is a phishing attempt, report it. Forward it to your IT or security team or use the Report Phishing button in your email client. Reporting helps protect everyone else who might receive the same message. And if you have already clicked a link or entered credentials, report it immediately. The sooner your IT team or bank knows, the faster they can act to limit the damage. Do not wait out of embarrassment. Phishing catches experienced, careful people constantly. What matters is the speed of response, not the appearance of infallibility. Even a perfectly executed phishing attack that successfully steals your username and password is significantly limited if your account is protected by multi-factor authentication. The attacker now has your credentials, but still cannot log in. The second factor, a code from your phone, a biometric check, a hardware key, is something they do not have. This does not make phishing harmless. Some attacks include a real-time relay that forwards your MFA code before it expires, and some forms of MFA are weaker than others. But for the vast majority of attacks, MFA turns a stolen password from a complete account compromise into a failed login attempt. It is the single most effective control against phishing-based account takeover. Module 9 covers authentication in depth, the different types of MFA, which are stronger, and how to set them up. For now, the takeaway is straightforward. MFA is the backstop that limits the damage of phishing. Enabling it on your accounts is one of the most impactful security actions available to you. In ShieldNet terms, training your awareness to spot phishing and enabling MFA to limit the damage when it succeeds, these two things together address both the human and the technical dimensions of the phishing threat. Alright, before we move on, here are the 3 things from this module I want you to hold on to. Number 1, phishing works by exploiting psychology, not technology. Urgency, authority, fear, familiarity, and scarcity. Number 2, the 1-second pause before clicking is the single most effective habit. Stop, check the sender, check the URL, then decide. Number 3, stop, check, report. You don't need to be certain to report. A false alarm costs nothing. A missed phishing email can cost everything. Now, before we move on, there is one question. You receive an email from PayPal Security. The sender address is paypal/security/check@paypal.support.billing-confirm.net. It says your account will be suspended in 2 hours unless you click on a link. What should you do? The correct answer is C. 3 red flags in the email: urgency, authority, and the domain that is not paypal.com. PayPal support.billing-confirm.net is not a PayPal domain. It just contains the word PayPal. Replying confirms your email address to the attacker. Forwarding spreads a phishing link. The correct response is do not click, verify through paypal.com directly, and report. Next up, Module 5, Malware. See you there.